think, theory, a text, close and personal, we're making out to get close and personal, Hey, it's Hadar. Today I'm going to share with you 3 exercises that are going to help you boost your pronunciation and clarity in English and help you improve your communication skills. In the past, I've only shared these exercises with my students, but today I'm sharing them with you as well. But before we begin, if you are new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Hadar. I'm a non-native speaker of English, and I'm here to help you speak English with clarity, confidence, and freedom, and help you fall in love with how you sound in English. So make sure to subscribe and click the bell to get all the notifications. So let's begin. To do these exercises, you'll need 2 things. 1, a text, any kind of text, and the other one is a wine cork, any kind of wine. You could drink the wine before, it might help, but you don't have to. This is the text I've chosen for you today. So pick a part in the text that you'd like to read, and again, it could be an email or a news article or any type of script that you find online. Find something that is fun and interesting. That is my only recommendation, but it's not a must. So I'm going to randomly choose a paragraph and then just read it first out loud. Here goes. Are you kidding? The last thing they expected was Mickey Knox to get up close and personal. They wanted a follow-up episode and wouldn't have taken anything I'd given them. Good. The first exercise is with a wine cork. What I want you to do is to stick it between your teeth and to say that text with a wine cork inside. What it's going to do is it's going to force you to work harder to pronounce every single sound. At the same time, let's agree that it's not going to sound clear, so don't worry about it. Remember that it's an exercise for the tongue and for your mouth. Let's do it.
Are you kidding? The last thing they expected was Mickey Knox to get close and personal. They wanted a follow-up episode and wouldn't have taken anything I'd given them.
The TH is exceptionally challenging. Think, theory, th. But what it does, it creates more awareness in your mouth. Your tongue needs to work harder to articulate all those consonants, and it creates more space in your mouth, something that would serve you better when it comes to pronouncing open vowels of English, like the as in cat, the as in father, or the O as in go. So when you do that, it creates a lot more space in your mouth and helps you sound clearer. And the best part, once you take the cork, it feels like it's easier to say all of those words. It's like running with weights. It's challenging, but possible. Once you take off the weights, it's a lot easier to run. That is the same idea. So what you want to do is say one sentence with a cork inside your mouth, and then you take it out and you say it again. And try to enunciate every single sound. Of course, all the b and p and th are going to be a little more challenging because you can't actually close your mouth. If it's really challenging, you can cut through the wine cork and use a smaller space between your teeth. That is also great. I mean, don't say no just because it's a little challenging at first. Find a way to make it happen for you. That was the first exercise, which is the cork exercise. The second exercise is to isolate the vowels from the text. Now that might be a little more challenging, especially if you don't have a lot of knowledge of the English vowel sounds. And for that, I have the precise video for you, and I'm going to link to it in the description to teach you all the different vowel sounds of American English. But still, it forces you to try and isolate in your head what vowel sound it is. So instead of reading words, you should be reading vowels. So a sentence like, are you kidding? May sound something like this. R, I. R, we hear the R because it's an R colored vowel. Y becomes a. Kidding becomes I. R, I. The last thing they expected, a, I, a. The last thing they expected, expected, was Mickey Knox to get up close and personal. O Was Mickey Knox to get up close and personal? Was Mickey Knox, this is me telling you, you don't have to do that. To get up close, and personal. Interesting, right? Now, you don't have to do the whole text like that, but only doing it for one sentence is so incredibly empowering because it puts you in control of what's happening in the words and what you need to do to be able to pronounce those words clearly. So again, just one sentence is going to be great, and if you don't know what vowels you need to pronounce, you can use resources like dictionary.com or a simple Google search to help you understand what those vowels are. The last exercise is what I call the rookie narrator. In this exercise, you will read the text with exaggeration and pathos. The idea here is to give you a little more freedom in your words and your English and to explore your voice and expression in English. Are you kidding? The last thing they expected was Mickey Knox to get up close and personal. They wanted a follow-up episode and wouldn't have taken anything I had given them. I'm not going to tell Mickey Knox that. I'm going to make him think his gray matter depends on it. Now, this is one of the exercises. Another exercise is to underdo it. So just for you to feel the difference between being very expressive and under-expressive. So for example, are you kidding? The last thing they expected was Mickey Knox to get up close and personal. They wanted a follow-up episode and wouldn't have taken anything I'd given them. So you want to explore your abilities as a speaker, and to overdo it and underdo it is a good way, because ultimately what you really want is to find a place right there in the middle, and sometimes to be an overdoer and sometimes to be a chill underdoer. I just invented it. Anyway, these are the 3 exercises: the cork exercise, the extract the vowel exercise, and the rookie narrator exercise. Which one of the 3 is your favorite and you are going to start doing it as you practice your pronunciation? Okay, if you like this video, click like and be sure to share it with your friends and teachers and students so more people can do these silly exercises and see significant results. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week in the next video. Bye.